So we got a 17 Phaeton today, and I'm having trouble with this rear camera going out, going to a black screen, not a blue screen, a black screen. So we have took the screws out. You can see them here on the dash. They have these screws around the edges, and it screws into the dash here. So if we took those out, and what we have is these camera connections. Is an S-video. You can get a battery, that's fine. Is these S-video connections you can see here, and they have one for the rear camera. So sometimes they're labeled. You have the rear camera, and then these two here will be the two side cameras. So what happens? I've already cut this one here. You can see that I've cut the lip off. I'm going to show you, and so what we do is these S-video connections, they connect in, and that lip pushes it back off. So we go and we cut that lip, and we're able to push it back on, and we tape it up. So I'll show you right here the difference. You can see this one here, how there's no gap in it right there. And in this one here, you can see that there is a gap right there. So what's happened, that's vibrated loose, and it's the difference in that. So Mike's going to hold the camera for me. I want to show you what we do. So when you take this loose, let me see, it's just the S-video, and you see this lip around it right there. So we just take a knife, and don't get these mixed up, because if you do, you have different cameras in different spots. So just real carefully, now back up just a little bit. I'm going to, it's right here. Let's see. So you see here, I'm cutting this extra lip off. It's what I'm doing, because that lip holds it out. So I'm just going through and trimming that off all the way around. So we're taking this off. So basically, you've took that lip off. So now what you have, so you get your connection, and you hook it back up. There's no way for it to push it back out, and it seats properly. And we'll take black tape and wrap around that. You're gonna do that with all three of these. And also too, sometimes you have to cut the wire ties. These are zip tied together down here, all this together with the harness. You have to cut the zip ties to get to them, and sometimes they have them bent like that right there, or they're actually bent worse than that. And you can take this loose and turn the key on, and if you can wiggle this wire and the camera flickers, then you've got an issue. And a lot of people want to change the harness, but you can take a popsicle stick or a painter's stick and cut it to length about 4 inches on either side, and tape it here in the middle, and then tape it on each end, make like a splint, so you don't have to change the whole thing. You can splint these up right here, all three of these wires. You have a right, a left, and in the rear one, and you can put that splint there and get them straight, and then zip tie all your wires back up in there. So that is if it's blinking. Now most time what we see, if it goes black, it looks to be like a camera issue, the camera going out. And if it's blue, sometimes it's a connection issue. That isn't always a rule of thumb, but that's kind of what we check. These connections here, the rear camera will run through the A-pillar all the way to the back, and then it connects again with another S-video back there in a twist-on connection. These here in the front, they run through the firewall, and they'll be on each side. Sometimes they're covered in foam, sometimes they're not, but there'll be another connection there too under the firewall that goes to this camera, so you can check those too. But this is where we always start, and you can kind of tell sometimes. You can come in here and beat with your fist on the dash, and if it flickers, you can tell that that's loose. But when we cut that and we tape that back, and generally when we're in here already, we'll put the tape around there and splint it while we're here, just to prevent any future stuff, any issues. So we're going to do all three of these, and just tape them back up and put that splint on there, and we'll be good to go. Again, it's just how the Precision boys do it. Thank you.